Hey Spivers, what's up? Jugs here, bringing you another episode of Witch Weekly. I have no idea what episode number this is, so I should stop numbering the episodes. Anyway, um, all this gameplay and stuff is brought to you by Sergeant Kodiak, because we're doing this over Skype, because I'm awesome, and he's awesome. Go check out his channel if you haven't yet, and I don't know why you haven't yet. If you're subscribed to me, you're dead to me if you haven't subscribed to him. Anyway, that's not the point. So, get right to the story, Jugs. What's going on? Anyway, next door, we have these little old neighbors. They're nice. They really are. And they've got this giant freaking dog that terrifies our dogs. But, yeah. So, they never use their front door. I don't know why. They just go out their garage, or they go out their back door. It's weird. And so this little bird's nest started to grow in there. And it just grew a little bit bigger. And then there were baby birds, and there were two parent birds. Wonderful. Not really a problem. I come back from Jersey, like a couple days after I get back from Jersey, these birds start circling around our little walkway, and we live right next door to these people. So I'm like, great. I got this little boy who likes to come visit me. I'm not a pervert, I swear. He likes to come visit me, and I don't want him to get hurt. And then my dad told me, Papa Jugs, the birds, like, they start swiveling in front of him. Or not swiveling, they, like, flutter in front of him while he's sitting on the front porch smoking. And he's like, and I'm like, well, that's weird. I start walking the dogs one day, and I'm on my way home, and the birds start dive-bombing me. Yes, dive-bombing me. It's terrifying, because you don't know how odd it is when it's like 8:30 in the morning, you're half asleep, and you just feel like slam on top of your head. Well, it wasn't a slam, that's an overreaction. It was like a really strong wind. I felt it touch me. So, anyway, getting back to the story. A couple days later, well, not a couple days, kinda. It was Monday. I'm home with my dad. I'm downstairs gaming most of the day because it was my game day anyway, and Dad was home, and I don't want to be upstairs with Dad. I kinda messed up a little when I went off my normal daily schedule, and I walked the dogs like twice that. Anyway, well, I walked the dogs less than I was supposed to, and luckily my dad had my back. He had gone into town for a little bit, but he came back, he walked the dogs, and my mom got home. She was like, who walked the dogs today? I said, well, my dad had talked to her first. I wasn't there yet, or I wasn't upstairs yet. He said, Thomas walked them about 1:30. Well, I had walked them at like 9, and Dad had walked them at 1:30. And, some stuff happened. We talked. Turns out Dad tried to save my skin because I didn't walk the dogs as much as I should have. Turns out my dad was trying to save my skin, and so we both got in a bit of trouble for that. We argued a bit. So then I go downstairs because my dad tells me to go. I was like starting to head towards the stairs anyway, and she says, what do you think you're doing? And he says, just go. And she looks at him with like utter disgust, and I'm like, yeah, but of course I didn't say that right there. I mean, I'm not that stupid. So I went downstairs. After an hour or so, I hear a slamming door, and then just like silence for a couple hours, and it's like 8:30. I lose track of time. So I'm like, I'm pretty hungry. I go upstairs. The witch is sitting on the couch. Dad is on the back porch. I go, is dinner almost done? And she said, well, I don't know, ask your father. I was like, okay. I go out on the back porch, he's sitting there, he's just stone quiet, and he's smoking. Now that's the sign that he's not happy. I was just like, okay, I'm gonna approach this slowly. I sit down next to him. Well, not next to him, but I sit in a chair near him. I say, is dinner just about done? And he says, well, yeah, it's been done. And I, like, well, for how long? He goes, couple hours. I said, oh, um, did you guys eat? And he said, no. I was like, okay, can you fix me up a plate? And he's like, sure. And he says, just give me a minute. And I'm like, alright, just between you and me, just guys, I want to know what happened, how everything went down. And he just looks at me in the eye, like almost like I'm a close friend or a brother of his, and he just goes, she pissed me off. And I go, and vice versa? And he goes, I could care less. So, that's pretty much it, guys. Thank you for tuning in, and once again, special shout out to Sergeant Kodiak. Leave a like if you think my dad was the good guy in the situation. Leave a dislike if you think the witch was the good guy in the situation. So, anyway, keep your gas masks close, and I'll see you next time.